So today we're checking out 1743 Twin Lake Circle here in the Three Meadows subdivision. Let's go in and check it out. So this house has a lot of cool features, and I think it's laid out really well. When you walk in from the front door, you have the suite of bedrooms to one side with the stairwell going down to the basement, and then you walk into the great room. So let's go check it out. When you first walk in, you enter into the great room with the living room on one side and the eat-in kitchen in the other. And of course, it's got the vaulted ceilings to tie the entire room together. It's got the kitchen with the big eat-in bar so that you can, be part of the action in the kitchen and in the living room at the same time. And it's got that big open and airy feeling to it. Kitchens with these big bars in the kitchen are all the rage right now, but this is honestly one of the bigger ones that I've seen. I mean, it stretches a full 12 feet wide and about 4 feet deep. You can seat 4 along the far side and 1 or 2 at either end. So like you could have an entire family meal or a whole bunch of friends over right at your breakfast bar here in the kitchen. It's just absolutely giant. But it also, of course, doubles as counter space for the kitchen, because as some chefs know, there's just never enough counter space. So you've got the gas fireplace over here with the center griddle burner and some counter space there. But, if that's just not enough for you, you can use the entire breakfast bar that of course has the sink built into it. Of course, opposite of the kitchen, we have the great room, the living room, focused on the gas fireplace here. That has the hookups for the TV. You can see that the cellars have their setup with the TV over to one side of the room. One isn't centered on the TV, and two, I don't know about you, but I've never really been a fan of the TV over the mantelpiece. I think it really kind of takes away from the aesthetics of the room. And like when I'm sitting at the couch, I don't want to crane my neck up to look at the TV. So, we so often make the focus of our living rooms the TV. But, in so many of these homes, we have other spaces. So the living room, the more formal living room, doesn't need to be TV focused. So that's okay for me. And it also overlooks the ravine out here, just outside the windows. Hey guys, just taking a break from the tour here. If this video is useful to you, please take a minute and hit the subscribe button below. So you've got the relatively small lot because it falls away to a ravine with the tree line right behind you, but it really creates some great privacy. Now, just off of the kitchen, I'm actually standing here at the end of the breakfast bar, and it's kind of set up as an eat-in kitchen. There's a little, they've got it set up with a little dining table here, and it's got the chandelier for the dining table. But just off of that is one of the coolest features of the house, and it's this 3-season sunroom here. It's a screened-in porch. If you want to spend some time outside in the summer, but you don't want to get eaten up by the mosquitoes and flies and other bugs, this is really kind of the ideal situation. You've got screened-in windows on 3 of the walls, and and when I say screened-in windows, they're full windows, so you can actually close them and enjoy the room in the cooler days of spring and fall as well. When you're talking about not the primary suite, it's kind of hard sometimes to really make them sound interesting. I mean, they're bedrooms, right? They're just squares or rectangles that are designed for, holding a bed and a dresser and maybe toys if you've got kids, or you're going to turn it into an office. But they're just basic rooms. They're not really cool like kitchens with, all their gadgets and giant great rooms and whatnot. But the bedrooms in this home are connected by one really cool feature, and that's a Jack and Jill bathroom. And let's walk through here and check out why this particular Jack and Jill is so cool. So when you first walk into this Jack and Jill bathroom suite, and I am going to call it a suite, you actually walk into it's not really a powder room, because powder room implies toilet, but you've got your sink with your mirror, so you got your vanity, and then the closet for the bedroom is actually part of this. So you can kind of almost think about it like the sink is part of the closet. But then you walk on through, and over here we actually have the bathroom. And so once you walk through, you're actually here in the water closet. So down here is the toilet, and behind me, as you can see, is the shower and tub. But if we continue on our way through, we walk into another water closet powder room that has the sink and mirror and closet for the attached bedroom. And that's why I think it's such a cool Jack and Jill setup. Normally a lot of times the Jack and Jill setups just have the bathroom that connects the two, and you have to close the door if you're the one using any of the facilities. But with this, you can actually access your sink setup, your vanity setup, while not blocking off the rest of the bathroom. And I think this is a really, really cool setup for the Jack and Jill bathroom. Hey guys, while we're checking out this house, take a moment, click those buttons, like and subscribe. And so you walk out of the Jack and Jill here into the secondary bedroom that's at the front of the house. And you can see I'm really well lit because the windows facing the front are actually out here. So I just think that's a really, really cool setup in a way that makes these secondary bedrooms a little a little more unique. They stand out a little more than just your regular old plain bedrooms. So then off of the great room, just past the kitchen, you can kind of see I'm standing here at the coffee bar, is the primary suite, and then also the mudroom and the entrance in the garage. So let's go check that out. So we've got a nice, spacious primary here with windows on two walls. It's a corner room, so you look out on both the back and side yards. It lets plenty of light in here. You got plenty of room for a bedroom, and if you want, you could set up a little sitting area as well. But it's one of those master suites that is big without being gigantic. I've seen some of these primary suites, and it's for you, cool, but I've seen some of them that just dominate half the house. And this one is like a good balance of space versus practicality. This is really kind of hard to show, but here in the primary suite bath, it's got a really cool setup in that it's got the separate dual basin sinks. So you've got one right here, and then the other is just around the corner over here. So, you know, sometimes dual basin sinks sound kind of cool, but you're still kind of elbowing each other when you're brushing your teeth. But with this setup, you get your own space. The soaker shower is here just behind. Got the rain head and the stone tile walls. Hey, just taking a second here. While we're checking this house out, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button down below. It really helps the channel out. This water closet is really no slouch. Sometimes the water closet is just like a place where you literally stick the toilet, but it's actually, a fairly sizable room where you can actually stretch your arms out. Small, but might make a difference. One of my favorite features of this house is the mudroom. So it's the mud/laundry room, and you can see we actually have these built-ins here with the coat hooks and the foot lockers down below, but you've also got your washer dryer hookups over here with the door to the garage right here. It's, again, one of those rooms that balances space and practicality. It's not too big, and it's not too small, and it's got some great utility to it. And of course, we have our standard two-car garage out here. So the entryway to the basement is right here at the front door, and it's a basement that really makes great use of space. So let's go downstairs and check it out. So here we are at the bottom of the stairs, and the large part of the living room open off over here to my left. You can kind of see what a big space that it is, so you can make it anything that you want it to be. Big playroom, you could subdivide it into a living room and have some play area. You could make it a big hobby room, you could make it a movie theater, whatever works for you. It really is a great blank canvas for whatever you need a basement to be. But it really is a really, really big space. I mean, you can get couches and a movie screen in here if you wanted to, all sorts of, if you wanted to turn it into a home gym, you could do that. But what's really cool is you also have a full bedroom and bathroom down here in the basement. So when you come downstairs, there's a full bath. So everything including tub and shower, and then you get a full bedroom as well. So if you've got an older teen that perhaps wants a little bit of privacy or whatever the case might be, if you want to rent a room, if you want a hobby room or a separate office, you've got some privacy down here in the basement. And of course, being a basement bedroom, you've got the window with the full escape well heading up. So we showed you the finished part of the basement, but there's nearly half of the basement that is unfinished. And by unfinished, I mean it's got a concrete floor and walls, and you can see the floor joists up above. But it would make a great storage space, and it wouldn't take much to finish it off. But you can get racks of shelves down here. You can get all your Christmas storage boxes down here. There's just a ton of space. Of course, you got your utilities down here with your furnace and your water softener. But this room is just absolutely gigantic. It runs the full depth of the basement and is about half the house wide. You can get tons of stuff down here. I'm Geoff Gooch, and I'd love to be your local real estate resource of choice. Please reach out. All of my contact information is below. You can text or call me at 765-413-6190, or you can email me at Geoff, that's Geoff, @russellteam.com.